Hey guys, today we're doing this easy summertime glowy makeup look. If you want to learn how, then just keep watching. Okay guys, so we're starting off with our bare face here, and I just want to point out really quick, I know I have a couple of red marks on my face. All of this is actually just from playing with my dog. It goes away, it's just little hives. I'm actually getting less allergic to her as I've had her, but I am allergic to dogs and animals, and it happens. So just want to point this all out here is because of her. But anyway, oh, and I have a little bit of red here from just tweezing out my eyebrows. I like to make sure my eyebrows are nice and clean if I'm going to be doing this kind of like fresh-faced summer makeup look. Okay, so first thing I do whenever I'm doing this kind of makeup tutorial is I still take my MAC Prolong Wear Concealer. If I don't want to do it, I usually take my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, but for the most part I still use my MAC Prolong Wear just because it's full coverage, but it doesn't look too cakey, especially when you're doing a very light makeup. So I'm just going to take some in the back of my hand and I'm just going to conceal the little darkness that I have going on around here. I'm not like doing extreme highlighting or anything like that. Like I said, I'm literally just going to be concealing. And then if I have any little problem areas, I'm just going to conceal those as well because we're not going in with a heavy duty foundation. I'm also going to be just dragging this on my eyelids just to cover up any, you know, any darkness or anything like that. Not that I really have that issue, but it just makes a nice clean slate. I'm not carving on my eyebrows, I know, holy moly, but this is what I'm doing here. And then I'm just going to use my damp beauty blender, which is clean, but it's a white one. I don't know who invented the white one, it's stupid, and duh, I bought it, but it stays stained no matter what, no matter how much I clean it. Like imagine if you got foundation on your white shirt and then you washed it, but then you kept doing it, it's just gonna eventually stain it, you know? Okay, next I'm going to go in with my Tinted Moisturizer. This is usually what I use when I'm doing this kind of makeup look. If I want to do something a little bit different, I can mix my Cover FX drops with a little bit of moisturizer, make my own Tinted Moisturizer. I can also do that with my Double Wear, Estee Lauder Double Wear makeup because this is a little bit heavy duty. That's more if I'm going to be out like all day, but if I'm just like going to like a quick thing, a little daytime barbecue or something by the pool, something like that, I like to use this. This has SPF 30 in it, so you're getting your protection in there. Supposedly you don't really get that much protection from these kind of products. There's not enough sunscreen or something like that, somebody said. And I actually just take my clean hands and rub this into my face because it's such light coverage. I feel like there's no need to use a brush. I'll actually just go over it later, sometimes with either a flat top brush or a beauty blender just to make sure everything's blended, but honestly I just feel like it's stupid to use a brush to put in such a light product. I actually even forgot to prime my face, which I probably should have. I'm actually just going to still put on a little primer around my nose because that's my main part where I get oily no matter what, and since this is such light coverage, it's not that big of a deal. Just kind of blend in with it anyway. I think that was literally the first time I ever forgot to put on my primer before putting on my little foundation, but I guess because since this is a tinted moisturizer and it's so light, I didn't think about it. So now we have a little bit of a base going on. As you can see, my skin still looks like skin. You can even still see this little redness going on here from my dog, which will, like I said, eventually go away, but it's, you know, it's still like skin, but you just have like a little bit of a layer on. So after that, I like to just set everything quickly. Again, I am oily combination, so I always have to set. I'm going to be taking my MAC powder here. This is the medium plus color in the Mineralized Skin Finish, which I spoke about in my favorite MAC products. And of course, I'm going to dab that on my nose and right underneath my eye, and a little whatever's excess on my chin, and then on my forehead. Not going too crazy with that because I don't want to look cakey, but that's a very light, it's a baked product, so it's very, very light. Alright, so now that we have that going on, woof, there's like a feather floating around. I'm going to stop from the face just for a minute, and I'm just going to finish my eyes, or go onto my eyes because it's very quick. I'm going to be taking my Maybelline Brow Drama Sculpting Brow Mascara in Soft Brown. And this is literally all I do when I'm just doing something quick. I can do this makeup look super fast if I'm not talking throughout the whole video, but I won't fill in my eyebrows. I will literally just fill it in with this because I know a lot of people don't like this, and I can understand why. It's really nothing that special, but that's kind of why I like it, because it's not like super intense, but it's not clear. It just gives a little tiny tint, and it does keep my brows in place, so I feel like I have something going on without having to fill in my brows. If I want to take it a step further, I will highlight a little bit underneath my brows with this Anastasia pencil. I'll do it for the sake of the video, but I'll be completely honest, I do not do this all the time. Only when I want to take a little extra step. But this makeup look is really for like when I'm going to like something outdoors or something where I know like I just don't want to feel cakey and have like a lot of makeup on. And that kind of just cleans up the brows. Like my brows are not going to be perfectly defined or anything like that because they're not filled in. So then I'm going to be taking a bronzer, and this is Give Me Sun by MAC right here. And I'm going to be taking my Sedona Lace 863 blending brush, which I am obsessed with. It's so beautiful, or it's not that it's a beautiful it's so like soft and like it feels so amazing. I've already washed it a couple times because I've been using it like crazy, but it's the softest blending brush I have out of like MAC, Sigma, whatever other ones I have. This one happens to be the softest one, so I really like this one. And all I'm doing is just buffing this in the crease of my eye, just to give some definition. I'm not trying to make it look like I have a lot of eyeshadow on. I'm not trying to really do anything except just define that crease. If you want to take it a step further with your eyeshadow, you can just dab a little bit of whatever highlighter you're going to use and put that on the actual lid to really like, you know, just give a little bit of extra pop. Okay, so I grabbed my eyelash curler from my bag, and I'm just going to be curling my lashes. Just a quick curl, nothing crazy. And then I'm going to be taking my L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara in Carbon Black. And I'm just going to be putting on heaps and heaps of mascara. I feel like heaps is like a UK word. I don't really hear a lot of people say that. That moment though, people say that. I'm also going to take that same mascara and put it on my bottom lashes. Sometimes I do this, sometimes I don't. It just depends. For the sake of the video, I will. I think it looks, I don't know. I love how it looks, but sometimes I feel like it looks even more fresh when you don't put it on the lower lashes. Now I'm going to let that dry, and I might go back later to my lower lashes and add a little bit more, but the reason I'm going to let it dry is because I want to go back later with my eyelash curler and just curl those babies. You want to make sure your eyelashes are dry before you curl, or they're not even going to curl. It's just going to become a glumpy mess. So we're going to step away from the eyes because actually that's pretty much it, except for a little bit of a highlighter that I'm going to run through my eye later. We're going to go back to the face. So I'm going to be taking my same bronzer, the Give Me Sun by MAC, my 187 MAC Duo Fiber. And I'm not going to be really contouring. I'm actually just going to be slightly bronzing. So I'm going to just be taking it from the back here and then bringing it down a little bit over here. And just basically keeping it away from the center of the face, but I still want to bronze up a little bit. My hair never wants to stay nice and slick back in a bun, ever. I always have little baby hairs popping up. I'm going to be taking it on my forehead. It's okay to look a little bit almost too bronze. I mean, it's the summertime, and I haven't gotten a tan in forever, so I always look very pale. Okay, so after that's done, we're going to go on to a little blush. This is another thing where sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I just want to be really nice and bronzy and luminous, or sometimes I just want a little bit of pink in the cheeks, especially when I'm not doing a crazy lip, because it just makes you look very fresh. I am going to be putting on a colorful lip, so I'm just going to add just a tiny bit of this on my cheeks and sweep it back. This is Milani's Luminoso, and this has a peachy undertone and a shimmer to it, or a sheen. Now we're going to get into a little bit of glow, or a lot of bit of glow I should say. Kind of showing you guys the strobing thing. Honestly, to me, it's just highlighting, another word for highlighting. It's like if I started calling contouring shading, like, oh, you heard about this new thing called shading? And it's like the same exact thing as contouring, and you're like, you mean contouring? That's how I feel about the whole, what is it called? The whole highlighting thing. I just lost my train of thought. Strobing, the whole strobing thing. So I'm just going to use a couple highlighters on a regular. If I wasn't trying to go too heavy on the highlighter, I would honestly just use one, maybe two, an illuminizing like liquid one, and then a powder one on top. But I'm going to use 3 today, and I'm going to use my favorite brush to highlight with, which is the 225 brush by MAC. I think this is actually a limited edition brush, but it's just a very nice big, it's almost like a huge 225, like a huge fluffy brush. So that's why I like it. The first product I'm going to be using is my Tiki Hard Candy Bronzer. That's a highlight basically, and you guys hear me talk about this all the time. You're probably sick of hearing me talk about this. And this gives more of a glow to me than a like bam highlight in your face. So that's why I like to just put it on first, and you can honestly put this like everywhere. If you're very oily, stay away from the T-zone altogether. Do not put it on your nose, your upper lip, your chin, or your forehead. Just glow right here and on the points of the eyes that I'm going to show you guys in a minute. But since this is more of like a glowy thing and not very, very stark, and because I very much mattified my T-zone, I'm just going to be putting a little bit of this down here. But I'm going to barely touch my chin, because the chin and the forehead is where you really start to look like you're actually sweating. So I'm just going to barely touch it. Again, just highlight as much as you want. With the highlight too, what I like to do, especially on a fresh face look like this, is I like to wrap it around. So not even up here, but just wrap it right into underneath my brow bone. And right here like this. So you put as much as you want until you feel comfortable. But that's my first highlight, so let's put that one down. I'm gonna go into the next one, which is a product that I got in my BoxyCharm, I think 2 months ago or last month. This is the Beauty Crop Lightning Crew highlighting cream. It is stunning. Oh my god, I'm obsessed with this. I can't wait to actually mix it in with my foundation, because this product is, and I don't want to make this like a whole review on this product, but I just have to tell you guys, this product is freaking amazing. It dries, like it dries, and most illuminators still stay wet, you know what I mean, like, and they never set. This one dries. It is just the most beautiful color, and I can actually use this brush with it because it dries. Like, I'll go back later after it dries to touch my brush, and it's just amazing how it feels. It doesn't feel wet. So now I'm going to take this, and this is really going to be bam in your face. We're going to start to put this on the cheekbones and even wrap it up here. If you have a lot of texture on your face, especially in that area, you want to be careful with doing a cream highlighter. Even sometimes with the powder ones, but especially with the creams. The creams can really accentuate that, and you don't want that. So as you can see, it's like bam in your face. This highlighter is no joke. It is like a strobing, like this is like strobe in a bottle. That's what it should be called. For the purpose of the video, the fact that I'm going very highlighty, I'm going to be putting it on my Cupid's bow. Ignore my lip. Right on my nose. If you're very oily, please do not do this. Stay away again from the T-zone. And I'm gonna keep the liquid one away from my forehead and my chin. I'm like putting the rest of this back in the bottle because it's mine and I love this stuff, and I don't even know where to get it because it came in BoxyCharm. Okay, so last glowy product I'm going to be taking is my holy grail, Maybelline Manizer Red Balm. And first I'm just going to be highlighting on my eyes, so I'm going to be taking this with a small brush, and I'm going to be putting it in the tear ducts first, so everything kind of connects. And again on this side. Make sure when you guys do this to blend it out also. Like, I hate when I just see like white. I mean, if that's what you're going for, that's fine, because, you know, makeup is art, do whatever you want. But if you're not going for that look, try to blend it out as much as you can, just like anything else. I'm going to take a little bit and put just on the highest part of my eyebrow, the littlest bit. I don't want a lot underneath my eyebrow, literally just on the very like arch part of my eyebrow. Another tip is never take a very shimmery highlight and put it all the way in the front of the brow. I just think it looks absolutely ridiculous. If you want to keep that very shimmery highlight, if you're going to do that on the brow bone, right on the arch of your brow, and then blend it outward. That's it. Even with a matte one, it's not necessary for it to come all the way over here. Sometimes I do it, but it just makes it more difficult to blend out, and it doesn't look as nice as just keeping it more away from the front of the brow. Now that I highlighted the eyes, I'm gonna go back with my brush, which if you see here, guys, you see how it's still fluffy? This is already dry. It's really like amazing, this product, and this part is drying too on my hand. I love it. I'm going to go back into this Mary Luminizer. And this is really going to be like you're going to see me from outer space. But this is kind of like my strobing plus glowy skin tutorial plus summery easy makeup tutorial all in one. So I'm just gonna run that right on the top there. Not bringing it anywhere else because we already have a lot going on with that liquid highlighter. So literally just tapping it right there to even be like more damn in your face. And again, just right there. Okay, so my eyelashes are almost dry. So before I go on and curl them, I'm gonna put on a lipstick or a liquid lipstick. So today I'm going to be using this matte LA Girl flat finish pigment gloss in the color, oh, it peeled right off, hello there, Playful. I'm going to let that dry and then I'm probably going to go in with a second coat or a second layer. Until then I will be curling my eyelashes. Since I'm not wearing falsies, I want my eyelashes to be as like uplifted and all that as possible. I probably could have waited even a little bit longer for my eyelashes to set, but I don't got all day. After that, we're going to put on some finishing spray. I actually ran out of Fix Plus. I know, can you feel my pain? I'm dying, but my Mac Pro card ran out. I'm waiting for it to come back in the mail so I can go to Mac and get me some Fix Plus because I'm literally dying. So in the meantime, I have to use my Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water, and this is supposed to actually go underneath your makeup, but whatever, it's kind of like a watery base thingy. So we're just going to spray it all over our face. It's going to intensify the highlight, and it's going to bring your powder products together. I mean, it's not Fix Plus, so I can't really say that it's definitely going to do that, but it'll help a little bit with the powder just melting into the liquid stuff that we use. Okay guys, so this completes the makeup tutorial. It was fairly simple, I think. So this is what I do when I'm just trying to get somewhere pretty quickly. It's the summer. I don't want like a pound of makeup on my face. I just want to look glowy and bronzy. Put on some mascara and a hot pink lip or something bright, and it just makes you look like you're put together and you tried a little bit. Yeah, I just really enjoy doing this look. I've been doing it now for a couple years and I've never done a tutorial on it because it's so basic and simple, but I figure with the whole strobing trend out, and you know, I don't have any makeup tutorials out that's like, here's 5 minutes, like this is what you can do in 5 minutes, because literally I can do this in maybe 7 minutes depending on where I'm going and all that. But yeah, I guess that's it. I hope you guys enjoy. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!
Loving, I need it now. When I'm without you, I'm something weak. You got me begging, I'm on my knees. I don't